Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Respect to Combat. You're probably wondering why I'm starting off like this. It's because my arms are sore as fuck from having to start back at the gym this week, so I'm stretching. Don't judge me. How are y'all doing? It's WrestleMania week. God, it's actually been pretty interesting. Got to watch a little bit of the collective yesterday. I watched Progress, watched the ID showcase. The Progress show was fun. Apparently, Paul Walter Hauser is now a heel in Progress, and it's quite funny. He left the show crying, literally, and had to get hugged by fans for moral support. It should be a fun weekend for sure. We got a lot to go over today. Now, with that all being said, Donays, how you doing today?
I don't want to hear about, considering the last week and a half I've had, I don't want to hear about your arms being sore.
Oh, yeah, true. I find it more funny that your hotspot is currently doing a lot better than your home internet.
Blame Spectrum.
Yeah, well, it's Spectrum, so no surprise.
Yeah. Blame
Now,
Spectrum, and I'm in a basement, so yeah.
yeah. Now, today on Respect to Combat, you have seen this man on Island Pro Wrestling, Capital City Wrestling, New Brunswick Professional Wrestling Association, Innovative Hybrid Wrestling, and many other promotions around Canada. He is currently a two-time New Brunswick Professional Wrestling Association Tag Team Champion, Mr. Spike Estey. How are you doing today?
Estey. Spike Estey.
Estey. I'm so
Estey.
sorry.
I like it. No, that was. It's better than people calling me Etsy. Spike Etsy all the time. I'm like, I'm not a damn.
Oh, Lord.
Man.
Oh God.
Yeah, no. Estey.
Oh.
Estey. That's cool. That's got a little spice to it. No, I'm doing good. How are you doing?
Doing good. I see you got your belt with you in the background right there.
Right, 2-time, baby. Shout out to my tag team partner.
Nice.
Thank you for making the time to hop on here today. We know you already got a busy schedule as is.
Yep. No, thanks for having me.
Yeah, of course. Now, with all that being said, we got quite a bit to go over. Are you guys ready to hop into these mainstream highlights?
I don't know, but let's do it.
You don't know?
We all know this last week and a half has been a crapshoot when it comes to the industry.
Yes.
So,
now,
that's why I'm like, I don't know.
Our top of the morning mainstream highlight, La Catalina, has officially debuted for AAA and is going after the Rhea de Reyes Championship. She's officially the first person to make the hop from CMLL to AAA since WWE has taken over. Now, I personally say, look, everyone's got a preference of where they want to work. Everyone's got a preference of where they want to go. Why the whole nine? She looks happy. I thought it was a good spot. Now, do you think it might be too soon just putting her right in the title picture?
Well, just like, here's the thing, and I don't think you remember this, but she is actually a former WWE superstar from like the 29 the god awful 2019 era as well, because she did some stuff with Sin Cara right around that time. But Sin Cara, Mystico, however you want to slice it. But now that she left the company over visa issues and then just reinvented herself, and also it's a bigger thing within the entire industry. Do you give the big name the biggest splash, which would be to fight for the title?
Okay. I can see where you're going with that. Spike, what do you think?
I don't know. I didn't even know this was a thing, to be honest.
Oh.
I'm out of the loop with like the AAA and like all that stuff.
I got you.
I follow like the WWE stuff and like a little bit of the AEW stuff, but I'm not super in tune or in touch with everything that's going on and like that stuff. So, but right. I mean, I don't know. I can see it. Why not? Why not? Just throw her in there. Why not?
Right.
I don't know. That's my opinion, but my opinion doesn't matter because I really don't know anything about this specific topic.
No,
I mean,
it's okay. What up, Monkey?
also, it's against the longest reigning champion in company history, so it's like, who hasn't Former and Let's Talk Stika's beaten? Because she
Right.
just beat Bailey to get the record.
Right. What up,
So-
Monkey?
What up, yo?
Hey, I know you were having some internet issues there before. All right, we got Justin in the comments. IPW Nation, Spike Estey is the man. Yes, he is. And Sup Monkey, Sup Donays. What about me? What about me, Justin? What? I'm not
Fuck
cool
Eric.
enough to get a high? Well, fuck you then.
Oh, Lord.
Hey, what do you mean, fuck Eric? See, this is why I
How
don't
many more people do you piss off?
Let's
I-
get that hashtag going. Fuck Eric.
I bring your guy.
Nobody
on
wants to
here,
do
I
that,
bring
Monkey.
you from your roster, and you still say fuck Eric. Okay, man. All right. You know, we're just gonna move on to the next topic before I get mad. Now,
Nobody wants to do that, Monkey.
Gable Stevenson has officially signed with the UFC and will be debuting during International Fight Week. Now, me and Donays had a little bit of a conversation about this earlier in the week. I personally think, and you can disagree with me all you want, I don't give a shit. I think when Gable Stevenson originally went into combat sports, he chose the wrong sport.
Yes.
He should not have gone into professional wrestling. He should have immediately gone to MMA because this isn't just something random where he's just getting signed to the UFC. He has actually fought in amateur fights, and he has knocked these guys out in under a minute.
Yeah, and Olympic wrestlers have become UFC heavyweight champion.
Exactly. And besides that, he now is also on a multi-match deal with Real American Freestyle. So, like, he's getting his paycheck. He's getting a payday. And he is more... I personally think he's going to be a future heavyweight champion.
Yeah, I could see it.
I could see him going into the UFC and absolutely dominating.
It depends on... We say all that now. Jury's out on that specific claim until he steps into the UFC cage.
I know, but I'm telling you, he may not just go. I'm not saying he's going to walk right in and grab the title and be like, "I'm the champion." But
Yeah, because the title picture in the heavyweight division is a shit show right now.
oh yeah, 100%. Oba versus Brock. Who you got? We'll be getting into that later. Calm down. Now, our next topic: at $1.13 million in bail, Alberto Del Rio got released from prison after a domestic violence charge. Wait, why'd you turn the camera off right when we said that?
Because I don't want to be a part of this. No.
I knew that's where it was going.
Well, all right. Well, we're just gonna move on from that topic just so that then Monkey doesn't feel uncomfortable.
I knew that's where it was going.
Come on,
Seth
bro.
Rollins,
What the fuck? Stay out of the pen, bro. Sorry.
or keep your hands off your wife.
Well,
Off
also
women
that-
in
No, this is
general.
the second partner
Also
now.
that. Also that.
This is the second partner now. He's publicly gone arrested
Bro,
for
date
beating.
a UFC fighter. At least we can call it sparring. You know, like.
Oh my god. Shut up, monkey.
See, why is it that I get? Why is it I'm the one that gets shits on? He's the one that He's the one that says the fucked up shit.
That's why I was like, shut up, monkey.
That's why they
I
love me.
apologize for this, Mike.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
For anyone watching, we do not promote domestic
I do
violence.
not condone violence
Yes, you do, monkey.
unless it's
But
at a rock
You
show.
just said that. Shut up.
But
Eric,
But a
continue.
good sparring match. You know,
Just stop.
oh Jesus, stop, monkey!
Okay.
Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch's AMO coffee will drop on April 27th, and this weekend they have a booth providing free samples at WWE World. I'm actually I'm trying to find videos because I'm wondering if it's any good. Wait,
Well,
what's wrong with this one?
No. I'm doing something. I
Oh,
don't want to be on camera for it.
on top of that, Becky was at WWE World yesterday and apparently got Sam Roberts cursed. Oh, over the coffee.
Wait, why did she get him cursed?
Sam Roberts.
Why
She's
did
got
she
beef.
curse Sam Roberts? And how does she have the power to curse Sam Roberts? I thought only Danhausen had the power to do that.
No, that's who she bargained coffee to Danhausen
Oh,
to
God.
get. Yeah, it was for coffee, and that's how Dan.
I mean, that is
And then
the two ways to pay him, money or coffee.
And then on top of that, she tried to get Speed to bail on Logan Paul and Austin Theory.
Okay, well, at least she's actually trying to do some good.
No. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, Mike as well, Mike.
Speed's been like, I'm not involved. Becky's like telling him, don't get involved, just let Steph handle it. I'm like, what? That is opening the same night he's got Gunther. Chill, Becky. Jeez.
Now, does NXT Revenge mark the changing of the guard for the NXT Women's Division? Don Hayes, do you want to break this one down? Because I know this is you that did all this.
Okay. And the reason I say that is because for those that have been watching NXT, it's been Fatal Influence for the better part of 2 years have been the top of the division, and JC's been basically the champion. After Lola beat her at twice in the triple threat at Stand and Deliver, and then to follow it up at Revenge Part 1 this past week, Lola's basically done with JC. On top of that, the two women that fully got called up from Evolve are now in the title picture with Kendall Gray and Callie Armstrong. And then they tried to keep Izzy in there. And then just as Zario walked out to stake her claim, she got jumped by Soul. But the match is that we could tell they wanted to do it Stand and Deliver, but because they were in St. Louis, they did get to do the Athletic Commission. Because we're getting a casket match and a last women standing match next week on Tuesday.
Yeah. Getting those two, it was pretty evident that the St. Louis Commission did not approve of those matches.
Yeah.
So really gotta, I guess honestly, we'll just have to wait and see how this plays out. But we'll just have to see what happens on Tuesday. Now,
yeah, I do see Soul not being able to stand, but also I don't know who goes over, because I don't know if you call up Tatum to do something with Bailey and Lyra, or if you call up Blake to go into something that needs to get restocked within the women's divisions.
right. We'll just honestly have to wait and see how this plays out, because there's been some things they've been doing on NXT that have been extremely questionable to me. Now,
Ever since Tony, Ethan, Ricky, that whole trio for the NXT title, and then the possible breakup with Dark State, don't get me started.
Oh, yeah. Now, the former Ridge Holland Luke Menzies is officially medically cleared to return to the ring and personal training. This is some good news to hear. The question is will we see him pop up on any independent professional wrestling companies anytime soon?
I'm going to say no, just because of how everything with WWE scarred him. And he's on record to say that his career ended, unfortunately, the second Big E landed on that belly to belly.
Yeah. No, I get what you're saying. I do.
So I don't know, especially with how loved Big E is throughout the entire industry, and some people want LIG.
Yeah. Now, Lillian Garcia also did get married this past week to former WWE superstar Patrick Elrich. Congratulations to the happy couple. They did say that they kept it private because they were getting a bit overwhelmed with having to do a big ceremony, and they just didn't want to have to deal with all that, as well as WrestleMania planning. It was, I mean, I can understand that personally. That was honestly what me and my wife did. We just kept it very small, very personal, just because, I mean, planning out a wedding is fucking hard. Like, planning out a big ass wedding, that shit's hard. Like, you gotta get like a wedding planner, you gotta get a venue, you gotta get media, you gotta get a priest or pastor or rabbi or whatever your religion is. And that stuff adds up. Like, it ends up becoming like a $30,000-$40,000 bill.
Yep.
If not more.
Very expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Don't get married, kids. Just
get married, but just, go to Vegas and get married. It's cheaper.
yeah.
Hey, you might get married by the Miz, so
You may or may not get married by the Miz at WWE World.
Yep.
Hey, from what I saw, it looked like it was fun. Okay. It looked like it was money well spent. Now,
yep.
this year, Forbidden Door and Slammiversary will be happening on the same exact day, not in the same exact place, but on the same day, June 28th. Forbidden Door will be happening in San Jose, California. And where is Slammiversary happening?
I want to say Chicago. I gotta look again.
No, Chicago is locked down.
Yeah.
Technical difficulties. All right, they will be in Boston, Massachusetts this year for Slammiversary at the Agganis Arena.
Okay, so Eddie's probably winning the title or going in the Slammiversary champion. Got it.
Who?
Eddie Edwards can't beat the system.
Yeah, he's either winning it at Slammiversary or he's going into it with the title. For sure.
Yep. I thought he was winning it at Rebellion, but oh well.
Yep. And then some other good news. After her fall on Monday, Kathy Kelly is reportedly okay and will return on screen soon. It's said right now that she has been training for in-ring. She has been doing in-ring training, but not necessarily to wrestle. It's more so just in case if something comes up where they're asking her to take a bump, then she's okay to do so.
He got into one of the 15 brawls on Monday.
Yeah. Yeah, way too many fucking brawls, which makes me scared as to how many brawls will be on SmackDown tonight.
Well, you have a U.S. title match to look forward to.
Yep, and for all the perverts online in the IWC, aka 95% of the neckbeards that usually stay in their basement fapping all day, Liv Morgan has released her new music video for her song Trouble, and will this be her new theme?
Apparently, unofficially, yeah, it is.
All right. Well, like I said, to all the 95% of the neckbeards that sit in their basement eating Hot Pockets and fapping all day, you could probably watch the music video on repeat and you'll see everything that your heart desires and your penis.
Well, we'll get to it when we get to WrestleMania.
Really unfiltered today. Moving on, WWE has announced that the Stephanie McMahon Legacy Championship is available online for... excuse me, how much money?
$850.
$850 for a goddamn what? It's not even that nice of a goddamn design. Like, what the fuck? Like, brother, hold on. Hey, get off this belt. I'm trying to show it. Off. Fucking brother, this belt right here. Top tier NWA World Heavyweight Championship replica, 10 pounds of gold, $500. How is this $350 cheaper and it looks 10 times better? How?
I knew it was.
I'm just gonna put it on because I already took it out. But how does that make sense? Explain this to me. How is it that this belt, the most prestigious World Heavyweight Championship in professional wrestling today, is $350 cheaper than a fucking belt that looks like it was built on Google Gemini?
Sorry, Keebler.
To be honest with you, it probably was built on Google Gemini. To be fair,
It probably fucking was because I'm gonna move on before I get canceled. Our next topic,
That's what I'm saying.
WWE 2K. Donnaise, I'll let you take over here before I get mad.
Well, you might get mad. I will get mad because, yeah. So 2K did drop their season 2 of their Ringside Pass, and it is legit a Borderlands collab, and that's basically it. So you're grinding for Borderlands personas and bonus characters, not updated looks for either the legends or current roster that are already in the game. Oh, hey, let's do a Borderlands collab and then freaking have the alternate skin that everybody wants, which is the updated Opofemi look, have that be what you're grinding for. At least the good thing about it is you got 23 tiers this time if you played before Wednesday. So you already have half the ringside pass, so half the grinding's done for you. But it's just, bruh, the amount of grinding with the game this year is just absurd.
Right.
The only good thing about the online backlash is that you don't have to grind for the DLC anymore because that's in tier 1
Yeah.
for all the tiers.
Oh yeah.
So it's going to be a rip throughout the entire year.
Yeah. Now, going into TNA Rebellion that happened last weekend, just to give you a little bit of a rundown, not going through the entire card, just because I don't really want to.
It made me sad.
I'm not even necessarily going to say like it was a bad show. It was a good show. It was also a big card. Now, ODB has officially been announced as the 2026 TNA Hall of Fame inductee. Congratulations to her. That is very well overdue, in my opinion. I think that was completely deserved. She should have been in the Hall of Fame a long time ago, in my opinion.
And she will have her and Big Al's food truck at the Hall of Fame ceremony.
Fuck yeah! I've heard that food truck is fire.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I've heard that food truck is fucking fire. Like, bro, Monkey, I already know we've been talking about doing this shit. Once we start doing wrestling shows, I want to book ODB specifically because I want her food truck. I want to try it.
We have to discuss that with my food truck.
They will collaborate. I'll talk to BB.
We'll see.
I'll talk to BB. I'll get him the little note for it. But
oh Lord.
No, very well deserved to ODB. Happy to see her going into the TNA Hall of Fame. Now, also last weekend, it was revealed actually last night on TNA that Allie is alive. Allie is officially alive. She is back in TNA wrestling. Rosemary successfully resurrected her, and she assisted with jumping Tessa Blanchard, Victoria Crawford, and who's the random bitch that's with
Mila Moore.
Mila Moore. I just remember her as the one that was running around the undead realm screaming like there was no tomorrow and like she was in a horror flick. But very Go ahead.
The fact that all Tessa Keeper knows out of it, and we got the Farewell to the Abyss character and Allie's revival all within this set of Undead Realm segments. I love it.
Oh yeah, no, I love how all of it was put together. I love how Rosemary was brought back onto TV. I just loved all of it. I thought it was great. And then the one part of the night that genuinely made me emotional. I'm going to play it.
Ladies and gentlemen,
in case you missed it, and in case you didn't see last night, yes, Ethan Carter III did officially make his return to TNA Wrestling. It's official. It's back. I'm excited. And before anyone asks, no, I knew absolutely nothing about it until I saw the fucking vignette that got posted. Literally, that was the first time I heard about it. And I'm really happy to see him back in TNA wrestling. I know he's happy to be back there. I'm excited to see what type of work he does in TNA. Shout out to him. Shout out to everybody involved. But while we're on this topic real quick, Ethan, just in case if you're listening right now, and I'm not necessarily trying to say this to cause any ill will or shit with people. Spike, if you haven't realized by now, I like to talk a lot of shit. Please, for the love of God, bring Mr. Elegance to the XO Pro Op for like 3 or 4 months. I watched that explosion match this past week and it hurt my soul. Please, for the love of God, just bring him over to the XO Pro Op for like 3-4 months. He could use the work. Moving on. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, the guy's well built, but I mean, I know he's not a professional wrestler. A vignette aired at the end as Donna's mentioned of the Undead Realm, where the Abyss character was officially written off TV and he was given his send off, which everybody thought it was beautiful. I genuinely thought it was as well. There were 5 interference spots or ref bunts throughout the night, which seems a little excessive, especially for TNA. The system won the TNA World Tag Team titles from a beaten down Hardys, which, by the way, just a little segue. If you didn't hear this past week, one half of the tag team of the World Tag Team Champions, Bear Bronson, will be at the next Exodus Pro Wrestling show on May 30th. Mass Exodus. Yes, go buy tickets at xoprowrestling.com. Now, Casey Navarro is also officially back in TNA. Mustafa Ali is your new TNA International Champion, and Zaya Brookside turned heel on Lei Ying Lee. And the question is now, will she be joining Birthright? No?
Yeah.
Monkey says no.
Well, considering like now Ariana Grace and Stax are cool with the suit area Ray, anything could happen.
Yeah. Now.
And Zaya's got the last name to prove it because her father, I think, still is a trainer for WWE.
Yes. Yes, he is.
So,
I was going to say, honestly, we'll just have to wait and see how it plays out. But one thing for certain last weekend that, I mean, I'm not trying to talk shit. It was just a little difficult to watch just because of Jesus Christ, so much action. And it became like overstimulating to an extent. AEW Dynasty. Now,
yes.
One thing that made zero sense to me was the fact that they only had one women's match on the entire main card. That, I mean, and the one match that was on the main card felt forced. So I don't really know what's going on there, but I said it once. I've said it again. I genuinely believe that Tony Khan needs to take a step back from booking and needs to hire someone to book instead.
Yeah. Like, I know there were reports that he had plans for Fletcher and Tony Storm on Dynasty, and then he just squeezed Jamie Hayter into a square hole to fix the Tony Storm, like, round peg that needed to go in there. But it's like, bro, you couldn't like figure out another way and actually announce it outside of a pre-tape backstage interview to get Jamie in there. And then that's not even to say, like, and on top of beating Jamie, you have her beat Alex, but both by underhanded means. And the Alex match was announced on Dynamite for Collision. So I'm just like, huh? What are we doing with the women's division until you get... And this is why... Because Willow's doing nothing but open challenges against returns.
Well, the other thing that gets me is what they did with Camille. And...
Oh, God.
That just outright aggravated me because, like, okay, we haven't seen her in over a year. She randomly pops up, jumps Willow Nightingale, gets a random buy-in match out of nowhere on Dynasty, and then loses to Willow Nightingale.
And then I think she had a match on Dynamite, but I'm like, ugh.
Yeah, it's like I don't know. I don't understand where he'll bring these people in, don't use them for a few months, then bring them back in for like a couple matches, then don't use them again, bring them back for a couple matches, don't use them again. And it's like, in my personal opinion, if you're going to have somebody on your roster, you want to be using them on a consistent basis.
Exactly.
That's my personal opinion. And I feel like now it's gotten to the point where AEW and even slightly with WWE, they have oversaturated their roster so much that they just don't have the room for everybody.
Look at where WrestleMania is. If you take out the 6 celebrities,
we're gonna get to that.
And the amount of people that are off the card.
We will get to that.
I know.
Gabe Kidd also unfortunately suffered a dislocated shoulder and then cursed out the entire world and their mother. If you missed that promo, you should go watch it. It was actually quite funny.
Yeah, you could tell he was drugged up when he did it.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. He was on the good shit. And Tony Khan did confirm that he did have a conversation with Ricochet after the MLS comment, and both Tony Storm and Kyle Fletcher were planned for Dynasty before their injuries. Now, we also did get a couple new champions on the card, as Kevin Knight is your new TNT champion, and Kyle O'Reilly, joining back with the conglomeration, is now 1/3 of the new AEW Trios champions with Kyle O'Reilly, Roderick Strong, Orange Cassidy. Now, here's the one thing that really didn't make sense to me. It's like, all right, your guys' plan all this time was to put the world title on Darby, right? So
Yes.
why did you take all of this time to create all of this build with the Kenny Omega match on Dynasty to then just 3 days later have him get completely squashed in like 3 minutes to Darby Allin? That to me logically does not make sense. Like, I can understand the thought of, oh, well, he's beat up. Oh, well, this. Oh, well, that. Nah. In my personal opinion, I feel like the Darby MJF match should have been the build to Dynasty to make it feel like a big fight, to have a big fight feel to an extent.
Yeah.
But,
or here's what I'm thinking, because you and I talked about it, and we were saying it was, and I know I've been referencing it with WrestleMania, you felt like it was in competition with Mania. That's why they did it on Wednesday. Why didn't you, when you have the man that previously did the same thing, have Darby just run the gauntlet, beat Andrade, and then beat Kenny and MJF in the same night?
it wouldn't have been a bad idea, honestly. Then that would have at least given a bit more meaning to it.
With Danielson on commentary.
Oh, yeah.
Even though Danielson said he prefers his win at Wembley compared to the WrestleMania 30 win.
Right. Now, Mr. Spike.
Hey, that's me.
We do have quite a few questions to run down here with you.
Yeah.
Now, last week, looking through your social media and looking through social media as a whole, correct me if I'm wrong. Is it LUT Prestige Wrestling?
Loot Prestige.
Loot Prestige. Okay,
Yeah.
so last week, Loot Prestige Wrestling did announce that you will be making your return to the promotion tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night?
Any idea who might be stepping up for a fight?
Oh, I do. Somebody who, him and I have quite a bit of history around the Maritimes, including in Island Pro Wrestling. It seems like the feud that'll never end.
Yes.
We recently locked up in a dog collar match in Island Pro Wrestling. I'm going one-on-one with the Alberta Clipper match Chevron. Yet again, we've wrestled in Capital City Wrestling. We've had a singles match there, and then we had me and my partner Slick McGrick of Ace Dynasty had probably a good 6-month feud with Chevron and Scott Lee Crude Oil. They were the longest reigning MBWA Tag Team Champions, and we took the belts off them back in July. They got the belts back off of us in, I think it was September, and then we got the belts back in January of this year in a ladder match, an unreal ladder match. that I'll never forget for the rest of my life. Definitely a defining moment in my career, in my life. But that's who I got. So we're going at it yet again in a singles match. No gimmicks, just wrestling. And we're going to beat the piss out of each other like we do every time. And as much as I hate this guy, as much as I know he hates me, I got to say that we bring the best out of each other in the ring. Every time I put in there, man, it's magic. And it's going to be nothing short of that tomorrow night. So, yeah, I'm making my return after about a year and a half at Loot Prestige. And when I was in there the first time, I was very, very green. I mean, I'm just coming up to 2 years in the business, or at least since my debut.
Yeah.
And so I was only maybe 4 months in, give or take, when I first wrestled in Loot Prestige. Life got in the way. Wife and I had a baby. Priorities, like that's a long trip out there for me.
Right.
So I hadn't been back, but time's right. And so that's who I got tomorrow night. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking for a fight, and it's going to be a good one.
Hell yeah, hell yeah. Now, speaking of Island Pro Wrestling, a little bit here.
Yeah. I'm talking about Chevron. Oh, great.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I was going to say, you have become one of IPW's mainstay talents, to say the least. What would you say it is like to work with a ginger maple syrup loving Canadian like Justin Summers, which, by the way, fuck Justin.
Yeah, fuck Justin. No, I'm just kidding. Don't fire me. No, it's good, man. I mean, like I made my debut there a year ago at Takeover. That was their first show. The new management, they took over from the previous owner, and we went. I had a fatal 4-way match that people are still talking about to this day as like kind of like an IPW staple. Like that match was like kind of definition of the new era of IPW. So right from the get-go of the new era, I kind of, I left my mark. Mind you, things didn't go my way for a while there. But it's been good. It wasn't long after that, the thing with me and Chevron took place, and that carried us right into this year. Like that was, I mean, I think we started that whole thing back in like June or July, and it just ended in February. So, and like I said, it ended in a dog collar match. Oh, it's been good. It's been good. It's cool. The production is a pretty cool factor that plays in IPW. The pyro and stuff. Like it's just you don't see a lot of that over in the Maritimes. I've been pretty fortunate with everywhere that I've worked has pretty good production and stuff.
Right.
But it was really cool, and I know that's something that they take pride in is their production value and stuff like that. So it's been good, man. And after that dog collar match, man, I made it pretty obvious what my goal is, and that's gold. Like Estey and IPW. I have it in MBWA, CCW, but I want gold all over the place, man. So that is my goal. And I had a fatal 4-way match at the last show that didn't go my way. It was a number 1 contender match, and unfortunately, the Port City's finest Caden weaseled his way into a victory. And so it doesn't look like gold's in my future right now, but there's a Rumble coming up, and I'm going to be in that, man. And I'm just, I got my eye on the prize.
I was going to say, would that be the IPW Rumble coming up in May?
Yep. I'm going to be there.
I was actually just sent something here by Justin not too long ago, and it looks like you have an opponent set for that show.
Oh, is that right? Besides the Rumble?
Besides
in the Rumble.
Yeah, it looks like you have a singles match going on here.
Boys, they really want to test me and see what I can do in there. All right, let's go.
I was going to say, I got the graphic right here. It looks like you will be going 1-on-1 with the debuting Sage Scott.
Okay.
Yeah. How you feeling about that one there, buddy?
Listen, I'm always up for a challenge, and you know what? Like, Sage Scott's coming in. He's got something to prove. It's his first time wrestling Island Pro Wrestling. It might be his first time wrestling in Canada. I'm not 100% sure.
Yes, this will be his Canadian debut.
Okay. Well, you know what? He's got a lot to prove then. But I always have a lot to prove. And, I've proven it time and time again, and it's just another match for me. It's just another fight. It's just another obstacle for me to overcome. I don't know if you guys know this about me, but I've survived 3 open heart surgeries.
Oh, wow.
So it's been an uphill battle for me my entire life. Even just getting into the business was an uphill battle. Didn't know if I'd be able to do it. So I've been overcoming obstacles since day one. And I'm going to continue to overcome obstacles. And Sage Scott is just that. It's just another obstacle. And I hope he brings the fight to me, man, because I'm looking for the best and the baddest competition around. And I have no doubt Sage Scott is going to bring the fight to me. But I hope he doesn't think that he's going to come in here and he's going to just walk all over the competition. So
Right.
that's a big fight, man. That's a big fight for me. You know, I'm coming off a dog collar match. I'm coming off a fatal 4-way match, and now we got Sage Scott. Okay, I like it. You know what? I like that IPW's giving me these guys that they're bringing in. You know, I think it shows that they know what I can do and what I can handle. I think that's what that shows. So
Right.
wow. Okay.
We just got from Connor Koch over here. We like Spike. Yeah, we like Spike too. Also, buddy.
Connor Cook, man.
Yeah,
he's one of the biggest Spike fans out there. No, Sage Scott. All right, that's going to be a good one, man. I see that said. What did that say? VIP. Okay.
Yeah, VIP match.
All right. Well, that means you guys better get out there and get your VIP tickets because I'm sure this is going to be a banger, man. I am not going to go down easy. You know what I mean? And then I plan on beating Sage Scott. And when I do, I'm going to go into that Rumble. And, you know, like I said, I want a gold, man. It doesn't matter if it's the PEI title, if it's the IPW title. But the IPW title, that's what you get if you win the Rumble. So I'm going to go into the Rumble, man. And I'm going to take the number 1 contender spot. So that's going to be that's going to be a hell of a show, man. Sage Scott, he doesn't know what he's walking into. You know, he's a big boy. He's a big boy, but the bigger they are, the harder they fall.
Oh, yeah, 100%. Now, this is more so of a generalized question because seeing we've been running this show for a while, we've heard some pretty crazy stories from wrestlers about venues, including Poop Bucket. Yes, I was talking about the Poop Bucket. Do you, by chance, have any, I guess you could say, horror stories from venues that you've had to work? And are you at liberty to say, or for legal reasons, are you not allowed to?
Crap, man. Let's talk. All right. Listen, I think Justin will, vouch for this one. Their last show that they just had in Moncton, New Brunswick, they did Takeover in Moncton, New Brunswick.
Okay.
And I can't even remember what the place was called. The Aberdeen Cultural Center or something like that. It's we had the show on the 3rd story of this place. So, I wasn't part of this, but you can just imagine trying to lug a ring up 3 flights of stairs for one, build that. And then at the end of the, that didn't affect.
That sounds like a nightmare to me.
That didn't affect me any, but just the thought of that alone is like, ooh, that was not very good. Very, very hot, which is fine. I've worked in a lot of hot venues, but this maybe is a better question for Summers because he had to deal with a lot more problems than I did. But the production value that they pride themselves on wasn't there. They had to record the whole show. I think it was on like a laptop webcam like this that we're using here up from a balcony. So it was just really quality. And they were promised that they were going to have all these, all the venue was going to bring in, like they had all their stuff, their production stuff, but it wasn't up to date or something. Justin told me about it, but anyway, it just wasn't good. And I mean, I don't know how many guys were on the card. I mean, there had to have been a good 20 or more. And I mean, the dressing room was a shoebox, you had guys like, it just wasn't the best all around for many reasons. Other venues, I don't know. That was probably the worst in terms of what I've worked in. Mind you, I'm still relatively new to the business. I've worked in some where, you just got like the smallest little dressing rooms, stuff like that. Thankfully I don't have too many like horror stories, like nothing like genuinely bad.
Right.
That was probably the worst. And it was just, I think all around, it was just a bad night for a lot of people. So that's probably the, nothing real juicy, unfortunately, to give you details into, but
you're good, dude. It happens.
But that was it. And it was recently too. So that was kind of still got a little sour taste in my mouth about that one. And I'm sure Justin, if you talk to him about it, he could go on for hours about that one.
Oh yeah, probably 100%.
It was a rough one.
I can only imagine. Now, you, like we've already stated, you're currently one half of the 2-time NBWA Tag Team Champions, Ace Dynasty.
Yeah, man.
What got your guys' tag team started initially?
So funny. enough, it just kind of, it was just happenstance, man. It wasn't like a planned out thing. What had happened was, Slick, my partner, Slick McGrick, I don't know if he got hurt. I'm not 100% sure what was going on with him at the time, but for a couple shows that we had in CCW in Fredericton, he was sitting on commentary, joining them in commentary for a few shows. Like I said, normally he wrestles, so I'm not sure if there was an injury there or what it was, but he did commentary for a few shows. And this was just after me and my wife had our brand new baby. And I was having some issues with a guy by the name of Kerry Killam, who, if you're not familiar with, in CCW, he is an evil is putting it lightly, landlord and a business owner. And I live in a mini home park, and he bought my mini home park and he raised my rent. He doubled it, and he did this right after I had a baby. And I think he did it knowing that I had a baby. So Kerry Killam comes in, ups my rent. Thankfully, he's a wrestler, because I can punch my landlord in the face. So we went out there, had a match, and after the match, he assaulted me. He beat down the ref, Gerald Sharkey, and Slick, being the good guy he is, couldn't sit there and watch it happen any longer. So he came to my aid. Things went on. Slick was a special guest referee for our next match, and then as time just went on, we grew this bond, this friendship, and it just ended up becoming a thing. Like we got close. He helped me out with my Kerry Killam problem, and then we got meshed into a tag team. We tag team against Kerry Killam and a guy, the big bad LG, Logan Green. He's been in Island Pro Wrestling. I'm not sure if you're too familiar with him. He's got a big mouth and he likes to run it. So that was our first tag team match, man, was against them. And then from there we got placed into a tag team title match, and in our second tag team match ever, we won these guys. And it dethroned the longest reigning NBWA tag team champion. So it was lightning in a bottle, man. It just like happened so fast. And so we carried these and toured all around New Brunswick and Canada, defending these for a couple months. And then unfortunately, Crude Oil, Chevron, and Scotty Crew got them back from us. But ultimately, man, it came down to a ladder match in January, and we got them back. So it's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
You know what? It's funny.
I was gonna say yours looks a lot like the 10 pounds of gold.
Yeah, you know, man, I'm like, first time I saw them, I'm like, it kind of looks like the NWA title, man. Like it's got, I don't know what, it's like the shape of it. It's similar. It's got similarities to it.
Yeah, no, it's a nice title for sure. I love it.
I've always liked it.
Yeah. Now, seeing that this week is WrestleMania week,
Yeah.
I have to ask, what would you say of all WrestleMania main events that you've watched over time? What would you say your favorite of all time is?
The main events.
Yes.
Specifically. Okay.
Or I guess if you have a match that wasn't particularly a main event match, what would you say your favorite WrestleMania match of all time is?
I guess either or, they're equally difficult questions for me, because there's recency bias that I have a little bit of, but then like I got to go back to like when I was younger and a kid and how things made me feel and things that stood the test of times. So maybe I'll give you both. Maybe I'll give you my favorite match of all time, WrestleMania wise, and also try to give you my favorite main event.
Okay.
And maybe this is oh God, no, you know what? No, I got it. How can I even not think of this? For me personally, this is going back to me being a kid and being a huge fan of the Hardy Boys, Jeff Hardy in particular. TLC 2, man. WrestleMania 17. Crazy. Like that's one of the matches that I can rewatch over and over and over and over again and not ever get tired of. It's also one of the matches I could show someone who's not a wrestling fan and be like, check this out. This shit's crazy. Like, I would probably have to say that one, because that was like, for me personally in my age, like that was like my prime of watching wrestling. That was when I was in deep, man, and I loved it. And so, which is also kind of, for me, it was a full circle moment when we won these in the ladder match a few months back, because
right.
I grew up idolizing the Hardys, Jeff Hardy, stuff like that. Never thought I'd be in a tag team, and then let alone in a ladder match, main event of a show, the ladder match. And it was just like, it kind of like my 10-year-old self, man, wouldn't believe it, kind of thing, that I did something like that, right? So I paid homage to Jeff Hardy. I did a swanton off the friggin' top rope onto a ladder bridge, which really sucked. Right. I'll never do that again. But had to do it, man. But so I'd say that for my match, it was probably either that or Hogan Rock, just because of the crowd reaction, and like that's just one of those ones. For main events, though, I'm gonna maybe go with. Oh, geez, man, I don't know. That's too tough. That's too tough for me.
My bad. I didn't mean to ask one that was too tough.
What's that?
I said my bad. I didn't mean to ask a too hard of a question.
No. It's just like there's just been so many ones that I've liked, but like, and at the moment, it's like, oh, that's my favorite. But then something else happens, and like I said, recency bias. I'm gonna say this just because he's my guy, and I was super happy for him. I'm a big Punk guy. CM Punk's my guy, and him main eventing night one last year in the triple threat, which I also thought the triple threat was super good anyway.
Yeah.
And the story that it told and the twist at the end, which I saw coming anyway. It wasn't like I was like, oh my God, I'm so shocked. But I really, really enjoyed that match. I really enjoyed like the entrance that Punk had. They had the little the video package at the start with This Fire Burns, I think, was playing, or whatever that song's called. I don't know. Maybe just that. I'm sure there's been matches that I've like main events that I've liked better, but that one just comes to mind. Again, I'm a big CM Punk guy, so I'll go with that.
Okay. No, I mean, completely respectful answer. Now to round out this interview portion with you just got done with Loot Prestige Wrestling this past weekend.
This weekend coming tomorrow.
Yes, tomorrow.
Yeah.
And you're on your way home. Where are you stopping to grab a bite to eat?
That's a tough question because I don't know what the hell's in between Atholville, New Brunswick, and where I live. Probably not much. But I will say, let's just pretend that there is something there that that I would, or like even just after a show in general.
Right.
You know what? I'm gonna go with maybe Wendy's. I feel like Wendy's has been the spot that I go to more often than anywhere. Wendy's,
Okay.
or if Subway is still open, or A&W. Man.
Okay, and what are you going to be getting?
If I'm going Wendy's, I'm going the Dave's Double combo.
Nice.
With a what's that drink called? One of my buddies got me onto this drink that they have. Pib? I think it's Pib or something. Pibs. It's like it's you know what I mean? Like I don't know.
Yeah, it's like a root beer. Substitute.
But they got like a I think it's like a cranberry flavored one or something. In Wendy's, yeah, really freaking good. I try not to eat a lot of fast food, but like it's like after a show and it's like I just burnt I don't know how many calories and nothing else is open. Screw it, I'm going to Wendy's or A&W. A&W's open. I'm getting a cheddar bacon uncle burger. That is my go-to for sure. Probably my favorite fast food burger.
Hell yeah!
Oh, nice.
Now, our open discussion topic is our preview to WrestleMania this weekend. Now, Monkey, Donnaise was asking how exactly I wanted to do this preview, if I wanted to keep it cordial or if I just wanted to let you do it because you haven't been on here the last couple of weeks. And I chose option B. So, because I remember with UWO, you're like, you had quite a bit to say about this WrestleMania build. So the floor is yours, buddy.
It's been the most trash fucking build in existence, dude. Listen, I don't care, and that's a problem. I don't care. There's not the only thing I care about is Obafemi and Brock Lesnar, and the Drew McIntyre match. I don't care about the CM Punk and Roman Reigns thing. Why do I care? I don't care about fucking. We have like half of the SmackDown. I think all of the SmackDown women's division in one match. That's retarded. I don't. They've botched so much, and it's what. It's for putting all the fucking chips in the vision and hitting the injury bug with them. I get it, but everything sucks. I don't like. we had such a good WrestleMania build up 2 years ago, and these last two that have come up have been just very flat. And I'm starting to think that maybe it was because we're starting to hit the problem with the Triple H booking. We were
You
discussing
think so?
this. Yeah, we were discussing this with the boys at the UWO thing, during that UWO podcast.
Mhm.
Triple H is a really good short term booker. I think he's a really good short term booker. And what I mean by that is he can tell stories for like 2-3 weeks at a time, and those stories they're really good. But he's not very good at long term booking. He's not good at telling a story for fucking a year and a half, 2 years. He can't keep us interested. And he's really not good at adjustments. I notice whenever something comes off of his plan, he doesn't know how to adjust out of that. And I think that has to take time, bro. Vince McMahon was doing this shit for fucking a million fucking years before H got there, but the booking's not good right now, and it's not because the booking's not good. The matches make sense, except for the fucking Seth Rollins Gunther one.
Yeah,
The
that
matches
one.
makes
That one's random as fuck.
the matches make sense. It's he doesn't tell a story. The storyline isn't good, and on top of that, the matches in between that make us want to see this more and more, they're falling flat too. So like it's really there's nothing to help the build right now, and they've had to call 1,000 fucking audibles. So what have we been able to pay attention to?
Yep.
It's just
That's the whole.
disappointing, bro.
It's been very.
And you wanted to talk about how the women are just shoved into that tag team title match. We've got the biggest woman on Raw challenging for the SmackDown for the WWE Women's Championship, and then because a Hall of Fame team that, for all intents and purposes, is going to win, may get inserted into that match because Nikki, after ankle up off a sunset flip.
Which everything, dude, it can always get traced back to the injury bug.
Yeah.
This particular run got killed because everybody died. Like they put all their chips in the fucking vision basket, and one by one they all fell. And now we got this
and now
screwy, stupid match with Gunther and fucking Seth Rollins. And the women's division had a fucking bunch of injuries happen too, like late in the year too, right before the run started, right before we started to structure everything to gear into the WrestleMania build. That women's division just had a fucking bat taken to it, and now
think of how
there's fucking all of SmackDown's women's rosters in one fucking match. We're not watching that match, by the way.
think about it. And you can't even say that because the U.S. title is on the line tonight, and that match got blown up with the injury bug too. Because apparently Julia was recovering from having all of Tiff's body weight come down on her during their last match.
Oh boy.
And now they've got a title match tonight.
I know injuries happen, but damn, bro, the luck.
And then Jordan, she after ankle off a leapfrog and is out for a while. But apparently she's back on main event, so she might be back imminently on SmackDown.
I feel like between the injury bugs and then Triple H's limitations towards booking, because I don't want to hammer too hard on the guy. He's been booking for what, 3 years, 4 years?
Well,
maybe. If
Remember, he was also booking NXT though.
Yeah, if we want to count his NXT years, you probably got another 4 or 5 on top of that. Like, he ain't been booking half as long as like the guys before him.
And
so
Monkey, you can't say, and I do agree, when it comes to him pivoting, it's not as good. Look at how long Tommaso and Johnny, because of injuries, they were just in a constant loop. And now Johnny Gargano is just everywhere planking, including WWE World, because what else is he going to do?
And Tommaso's not even on roster anymore. Yeah, I know it sucks. It's just it's been a bad luck year for WWE. I don't know.
Yeah. And
Where's the Wyatt
I-
Six, or was that just to sell fucking Halloween Horror Nights? Are we just not going to see them until autumn?
Nope.
well,
See him again on Halloween.
I do think I don't know what they're gonna do since they just ended the feud with them at MFTs. So I don't know who comes up since the titles are on Truth and Damien.
Yeah, but that's a meme. That ain't gonna be on. That ain't gonna be for long. Those are
Yeah.
transitionals.
Oh yeah, we know that. And that's just to get the Danhausen like rub on like Danhausen and Truth segments. Which how
Honestly, I'll be fucking stoked if that ends up being a tag team. Housen and Truth.
Yes.
then what do you do with Damien?
Let him kill
Damien
people?
doesn't need to be in a fucking tag team, sir.
Yeah.
I
Damien-
agree with you there, but what do you do with him? Because he's
Why did we kill? First off, the thing without him and Aleister Black needs to get re-sparked because that was a good feud. Nah, fuck, that was a good feud, dude. I don't give a fuck what you.
That was-
no.
That actually
That-
was a good
I was
feud.
stoked for that.
Don't get me wrong. I agree with you. It was a good feud. The reason I say no because of how long that thing was. With just the
what do you
thing.
get? It was only like 2 SmackDowns in a pay-per-view. I feel like.
No, it was a lot longer.
I don't know, maybe I'm fucking gaslighting myself.
Yeah, you're gaslighting yourself hard right now.
I felt like that shit was real short to me.
Yeah, you're gaslighting yourself hard right now, dude.
It's all good. I'm an old man.
I'm an old man.
I don't know, dude. Damian Priest doesn't need to be no fucking.
I do agree with you there. But
Put
does
his
he?
ass in Jacob. Put his ass through Jacob or Drew.
No, not Drew again. I'd go with Jacob, if anything. But I do think Jacob is probably going to be the one to clean this mess up that we're in with Pat.
Or
Please.
hot
please.
take, hot take, hot take, hot take. Lesnar.
That's Gunther. That's SummerSlam and that's Gunther.
Yeah, but you can have that leading up too. I know that sucks for Damian, but at least it's a start.
You want Jacob versus Lesnar?
Or Jacob, either two. Jacob, fucking no. Well, I'm talking about Damian right now. I'm not talking about.
Okay,
Jacob,
so Damian
they
versus
got figured
Lesnar.
out. Jacob, they got figured out, but I don't think we've seen Damian and Lesnar yet.
I would go Damian in the. I don't know if you. It's kind of hard because
he needs a good serious fucking feud, a singles feud too. A good like the shit with Drew McIntyre was good. He needs one that adds to that, like a little bit more legitimacy.
would
Even if he
after
loses
whatever
the feud,
happens with Sammy, would him?
Sammy.
Yeah, we all know Trick's. My gut is telling me Trick's beating him. So do you see Damian being the one to feud with Trick for the U.S. title?
Yo, you know what? That's not bad either. Trick Damian?
Then who
That's
beats
not
Damian
bad
and Trick
either.
for the tag titles?
No, you gotta. Ooh, that's a good question. I was gonna fucking give you a fucking knee jerk answer, but I don't. That don't make no sense. Shit, I don't know.
As you can see,
That-
Spike, sometimes
'Cause
I just
they're
let
ta-
them, as you
they're-
can see,
they're-
Spike, sometimes I just let them go at it because they just
Fair enough. Fair enough.
That's the thing coming out of Mania with how scatterbrained and how random this is right now. Because
Yeah,
you have
that's what I'm
so
saying.
much.
Their shit's all broken for the tag.
Yeah.
titles over there.
Well, it's also like take into consideration about all the last minute injuries that ended up happening.
Facts.
Like the women's U.S. title picture right now, the only one that's not injured is not injured or coming off an injury, Stephanie Stratton. Because Jordan, Julia, and Chelsea all injured
Yeah.
or coming off an injury.
Yeah,
I got a hot take for you.
go for it.
I don't think it's going to be that bad. I think WrestleMania is actually not going to be that bad. And here's why I say this. Well, okay. There's a few things that I think have kind of been shit in the bed. But actually, let's. I just want to go back for a second. Like the Pat McAfee thing is a weird addition.
Yeah.
But I will say personally, I think that has brought out some of the best promos leading into WrestleMania due to that whole fiasco, like the Punk promo a few weeks ago. Of course, I'm biased. I'm a Punk guy, but like, you know, still. And I thought Cody Rhodes had a really good promo like that night that whole shit happened. But besides the Pat McAfee crap and all the celebrity crap, I think the matches themselves, like Gunther and Seth is a really random thing, but I think that match could potentially steal the show. My opinion, because those guys can both go. I understand the build-up is kind of like, but I think the match itself could be one of the better matches. The ladder match, I think that has potential to be really good. And then I think, you know, Punk and Roman should be good. Brock and Oba, which is obviously that's like the one that everybody's talking about. I hope it's not one of the typical, you know, like Brock Lesnar, like less than 5-minute matches that they do, personally, because that would suck.
Yeah.
But not that it needs to be long. I just think that that shouldn't be like a squash match one way or another, no matter who wins. I think it should actually, hopefully we have an actual like decent match between the two. Anyway, that's just my opinion. I don't think it's going to be the best Mania of all time. But I think I'm also kind of like it makes me curious to see where this whole thing is going with the celebrities and the McAfees and like all that crap. Like I think it's weird, and it's probably a bad idea in terms, you know, especially with some of the promos that Pat's done with like burying the freaking ticket. Don't go to night 2. You don't want to go to night 2 because, you know, like there's just been some really weird, like controversial, why would you say moments. But it also kind of makes me curious as to where they're going. Like they must have some sort of idea. I would think they gotta, but
right.
That's all I'm gonna say. I'm willing to be patient and wait before I hate too much. Although I do understand at the same time.
Right.
I do not want the speculated tag match for Backlash.
To that.
Oh yeah, it's gonna happen. I think. I mean, it's got to at this point with what they've done. I mean,
to that, my only rebuttal to that, the last thing you said. What I'm normally used to, and I know this is a fan perspective, these questions are not questions going into WrestleMania. We know what we're doing by the time we hit the WrestleMania run. So to have so many ambiguous what's going on type things, it feels shaky. Like this should be covered, this should be done right now. Like I understand a couple of things can be ambiguous because it builds for the next year and you need something going into the next year, but it feels like too much of this card is
right.
It feels ambiguous, so you don't know how to feel. And I think that's because like you pointed out, like I pointed out, we're not very deep in these storylines, so we don't know where they're going. By the time we get into WrestleMania, you would expect we're like at least in the midpoint to some of these storylines, if not trying to tell their ends and write to put that bow on them.
Yeah, I think with the Seth and Gunther thing, I think that was a scramble to try to figure out what to do with those guys. Hence, you know, injuries. I think that match will happen, and I think
that might end up being a good match too, because it's not a bad bill.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like the match itself, I think will be really good. What they did on the Go Home Raw, I thought was good, even though it, you know, was.
Like, I'm not worried too much about the product. I am a little worried about Pat McAfee and the Cody Rhodes situation. I'm not too worried about the product. I'm more
hopefully
worried
that
about,
will have a good payoff at the end. Hopefully.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, we are getting to.
And I have this. I'm so sorry, Don. I have new era fatigue. I'm so tired of it. Every fucking year we're going into a new era. This is the new era. Dude, we were in the last new era for like 8 months. Like What is this? This is like 2K type shit right now. Like every fucking year is a new era. No, dude. Like eras are supposed to be like 5 years minimum. Like, please, shit. Every fucking year it's a new era in wrestling.
And you know what Saturday will be?
A new fucking
new
era.
era.
I'm so
Hey,
done
Monkey.
with it.
Monkey, they do what they do. They do what they do.
Because it's a new era.
Oh my gosh. But
at some point they're gonna have to fucking stop. All right, like it's too much.
bruh. And then obviously everything with the Judgment Day, it's gonna come down to who who betrays who, and when do they pull the trigger on Raquel and Roxanne screwing over Liv and Dom.
Right.
And
Honest to
that
God truth, that's just it's fun to see how long it takes. I'm not rushing that one.
well, Liv is getting the title shot she screwed over Raquel for. And we still don't know where Roxanne lies with the whole Finn ordeal. So, yeah,
I don't know if there is a Judgment Day after WrestleMania.
that's what I'm saying. Like, when do they pull the trigger?
I don't even think this is gonna be because you know how the Judgment Day likes to do, like eat the leader and recycle. I don't think we're gonna get a recycle. I think we're gonna get the straight up end of that faction, which is fine with me because they've had a good run. You know what I'm saying? But it's getting a little. If they do the eat the leader thing again, it's gonna be too predictable.
Yeah.
I won't mind it because it'll keep the thing going, and that's kind of their shtick. But after a while, that's gonna get fucking old. Maybe after the third time, it is time to pull that plug. And all those guys are singles wrestlers, dude. Except for McDonough. I don't see McDonough as a single wrestler right now. But
Yeah, I do agree with that. And honestly, with whatever happens with the women's IC title, you could plug in Roxanne or Raquel into that picture immediately.
Honestly, that's actually one of the few storylines that they've done good with. The Judgment Day. That one's been consistent. I don't have anything bad to say about that storyline.
Matter of fact, I don't know if she wins it, but Raquel in the world title picture and Roxanne going for yes. I was about to say, this is the Finn was technically the fourth time. Yeah, I see that comment.
Yeah.
Oh, true. I see it too.
So you can't do eat the leader again. And
you cannot.
Morning, bud.
So it's like, when does it implode? During the women's world title match, or does it implode during Dom and the Demon? That's the question for the Judgment Day.
It can implode twice. Remember, the last time the Judgment Day broke down, it was in two different matches.
Yeah.
It was Finn and it was Dom betraying Rhea. It was Finn betraying Damien in a second whole other match later in the night, and then they kicked it off with...
No, you got it backwards. Was it
backwards? Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was because Damien came after...
Oh, you know what? Because I'm thinking of the first time.
Yeah, you got it backwards.
Yeah, I'm thinking of the first time Finn fucked Damien. Yeah, you're right. It does go backwards.
Because...
But they both have... But they both happen in the same night. The breakdown is in two matches. On the same...
Yeah, they're on two separate nights this time, though, if they do it like that. So, yeah, I can't believe the Judgment Day got us thinking like this.
I think that's how it'll be, because the Judgment Day is a man and women group, and there's I think 2 or 3 titles involved in that right now that they've got to solve for. So yeah, that breakdown's probably going to come in 2 nights. It's going to be a full finale. Yeah. And that also kind of makes me feel pretty good about my prediction that Judgment Day is not going to survive WrestleMania.
Oh, heck yeah. because, like I said, Raquel is going after the world title, and the shot that lived screwed her over. And then Roxanne is probably going to get her dream match if AJ retains, even though that makes Becky look stupid because AJ soloed her.
Right.
So,
All right. Well, I've given you guys enough time to argue. I'm going to move on now to the
My
Indieverse
bad.
before we're stuck here all day.
yeah, we could talk about this till the Hall of Fame tonight.
I was going to say,
Yeah,
you
for
guys
real.
could literally go all day about this, but I do also know that our guest has places to be today. So,
The guy.
going down the Indieverse card here, Nico Vance became the first signed NXT talent to win the Reality of Wrestling Championship. Congratulations to him. This is probably a match that will have Monkey salivating a little bit. It will officially be on May 30th at Arena Monterrey. The original El Grande Americano versus the new El Grande Americano. Mask versus Mask. Oh wow, I was expecting more of a
No, give him a second. Give him a second.
My bad. I'm. Listen. It's been a good
You
run.
couldn't cue it up?
I thought that match was going to be at Mania this year.
So did I.
No.
But
I understand why it should have been in Mania, but I understand why. I get it. But fuck, man. I'm gonna
They decided-
so. This is the most sad thing in the entire fucking weekend. We're gonna see the end of this great feud, man. God.
Wait, it doesn't end until May.
Oh, okay, sweet.
Yeah, it doesn't end for another, 2 weeks.
Yeah,
Okay.
not even
Like
2
another
weeks. We
month.
got like another few weeks. We got like 6
Okay,
weeks.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. But it's still gonna suck, man. I don't
Well-
want to see it end.
Well, the original El Grande Americano.
and you know what?
After
And
the
you-
new El Grande Americano's woman.
And you know what really sucks? They're probably both gonna fucking. I fucking find. I just have it called.
I was gonna
I
say,
don't
what
know-
happens if they both?
I don't
lose?
know how. I don't know how they're gonna do it, but they are both gonna lose. I don't know how they're gonna do it. I don't know how the fuck they pull this off, but both of them are gonna demask. I don't know how we're gonna pull this off, but it's gonna be the most funny fucking thing. I'm telling you. But damn, it's gonna
How-
suck.
Bro,
I'm gonna miss El
you
Grande
think
Americano.
Undertaker is that... So you think the Undertaker is that much of a forward thinker in Lucha Libre culture?
Hey man, the dead man likes his food spicy. What do you want?
Oh,
Oh
my god!
I
All
mean,
right,
I know
we're
he's from
moving on.
Houston, but still.
All right. Also, last night we did see House of Glory had a Las Vegas show. New Japan Pro Wrestling had a Death Vegas Invitational. Okay, well, that's not something I thought I'd ever see with New Japan. And then MDK Fight Club was also last night. Today, I'm not going down the cards because we got way too many fucking independent shows happening today, tomorrow, and the next day in your mother's home, your mother's bedroom. Giggity. Anyway, GCW Gringo Logos The World on Lucha 2026. That's happening today. GCW Josh Barnett's Bloodsport. God knows what number it is by now. Yes, that's happening today. Stardom American Dream 2026. Yes, that is happening today. GCW Joey Janela's Spring Break 10. I will be watching that tonight because I'm beyond excited for that show. That's actually one of the non-Mania shows I've been looking I've been looking forward to.
I mean, Janela versus Brody Lee Jr. is what better built than the main event of WrestleMania Night 2.
Exactly. In my personal opinion, of course. Like, I know that I don't work for the company or anything of that nature, but it's just my personal opinion. If you got a problem with it, suck my dick.
Nobody wants that.
My wife does. Giggity. Now, continuing to go down the rest of this card right here, we do also have Maple Leaf Pro Wrestling Multiverse 2026 happening tonight. JCW Stranglemania Viva Las Violence 2026 will be happening tonight. And GCW Effie's Big Gay Brunch will be happening tomorrow, right before night one of WrestleMania. Lots of exciting action. Lots of exciting stuff going on. and definitely something to look forward to on all ends. Now, before we leave, Mr. Spike, is there anything that you would like to shout out or plug?
Yeah, sure. Let's go. If anybody wants and aren't already following Capital City Wrestling on Facebook, on YouTube, Instagram, same with Island Pro Wrestling, IHW Innovative Hybrid Wrestling, or Loop Prestige. Those are all the places you can see me in as we speak. Again, like, my name is Spike Estey. All my matches, or most of my matches, are on YouTube through these different companies' YouTubes. Check me out. Check me out on socials. The one Spike Estey on Instagram, Spike Estey on Facebook. Shout out to my tag team partner, Slick McGrick, Ace Dynasty, 2-time MBWA tag team champions. And yeah, you can see me all over the Maritimes, man. I mean, I got a show tomorrow night, Loop Prestige, Atholville, New Brunswick. I just got word that I'm going to, within the last half hour, that I'm going to be wrestling in Amherst on May 2nd for IHW. So that's a new one. That's sweet. Yeah, taking bookings while I'm in here talking to you guys. Sweet. May 24th, Minto, New Brunswick, the hometown, to be defending the MBWA tag team titles. And May 25th, Capital City Wrestling in Fredericton, New Brunswick. And then, of course, we got the Island Rumble next month with Island Pro Wrestling, where I guess I'm taking on Sage Scott now.
Yes. You'll be facing the debuting Sage Scott at that show.
Yeah, so let's go, man. That'll be a good one. I'm up for the
I've been a fan of his for a while, mainly because he's a Florida man. I am a Florida man myself. I am not currently in Florida, although I wish I was. And he's honestly been a very good talent. I've been watching him a lot on WWN. He's been putting in the work. He also was on AEW Dark a few times as well. I definitely gotta say, you got your work cut out for you. You definitely do. But I have a feeling that it'll be a really, really, really good match.
Well, I'm gonna bring it, man. Just like I do, I give 110% each and every time. And you know what? Like I said, the bigger they are, the harder they fall. I've wrestled giants before and taken them down. So you know what, Sage Scott, give me the best you got, man. I want everything that he's got to bring, because I'm gonna give it back tenfold, man.
Hell yeah. Anything you guys want to plug before we hop off here?
Well, if we were doing a live stream, I would not be joining on Sunday, because if worst case scenario happens frame 1, I don't want the crash out to be on camera.
I understand. I completely understand.
I do. So we're live streaming the event. I'm gonna have a barbecue. See you.
Oh my gosh.
And if you guys haven't already, make sure you go over to nationalwrestlingalliance.com. Check out all of the latest episodes of NWA Power, currently on Roku, but we will be moving over to Comet TV Network officially on May 1st, which means NWA Power will officially be able to be seen internationally. It will be able to be seen in the UK. It'll be able to be seen in Mexico. It'll be able to be seen in Australia. It'll be able to be seen in your mother's basement. It'll be able to be seen everywhere. Now, if you haven't already, also go to NWALiveEvents.com. Buy your tickets right now for the Tampa TV tapings happening next week at PBS We Do Studios. Save Sesame Street. The more you go and the more tickets you buy, the more episodes of Sesame Street that will be going on. I'm not sure if that's a true statement, so don't quote me on that. But still, buy your tickets at NWALiveEvents.com. And then also, NWA will be returning to Center Stage in Atlanta, Georgia for Hard Times 6. Buy your tickets now. They're actually moving very quick. Well, I don't want to say actually, because I don't want to make it sound like it's a surprise. They are moving very quickly. So buy your tickets while you can. Go over to NWAmerch.shop. Buy some NWA merch. Go buy a hat. Go buy a Pretty Boy shirt. Go buy a fucking TVMA shirt. Go buy a Slime Balls NWA shirt. Buy something. My life depends on it. Not really, but pretend like it does.
I mean, if not, you're going to have to do like 100 squats. No sex in the show.
Bro, I don't want to talk about working out right now. My quads are burning. My triceps are burning. Like, I forgot how painful working out is.
Oh, so Pretty Boy didn't put you through the ringer yet?
Huh?
Pretty Boy didn't put you through the ringer yet?
No, not yet. He hasn't seen me again yet. I'll be seeing him on the 30th of May, though. And now that I'm on this diet, he's probably going to put me through the fucking ringer, but instead of squats, it's going to be burpees.
I want the video.
I know you do, you bastard. But with all that being said, guys, we hope you all have a fun WrestleMania weekend. Enjoy the rest of your weekend watching the independent shows. Enjoy the rest of your weekend with family. If you're going to, be safe barbecuing. And as always, we will see y'all next week.